I'm guessing that most, if not all of us, when hoping for a sighting of an eagle, have looked very carefully at every buzzard, thinking, is it, isn't it? And quite possibly convincing ourselves that finally we are looking at our hoped for first eagle. I was always told that I would know when I did finally see an eagle for real, but is there some more constructive way to compare buzzard with eagles? Of course, nowadays we are lucky enough to also need to consider two species of eagle, golden and white-tailed. We cover buzzard in two previous workshops, especially considering it against honey buzzard in the summer and rough-leg buzzard in the winter, and it would be good to look at these to remind yourself on some of the features and jizz of buzzard. Buzzard is a very common and widespread large raptor. It occurs in a very wide range of habitats, including those wild ones where eagles are likely to be found. The most useful features to remember when separating from eagles is shape. Buzzards are neat, compact and stocky, and they're often found perching on the ground, fence posts and telegraph posts. They soar with wings held in an upward V, a dihedral, and they usually have light and dark patches, including a pale chest and dark carpal patch on the underside of the wings. Crucially, when soaring, they show 5 fingers made of the outer primaries. It is birds soaring at height that may be the biggest confusion danger when shape may be the only thing you have to go on. Golden eagle is found mostly in the remote northwestern uplands of Scotland, with a few in northwest Ireland. It is a massive bird, approaching double the size of buzzard. When you do finally see a golden eagle, you are often struck by how much longer in proportion to the body the wings and tail appear. Despite their size, golden eagles are much rangier than buzzards. In other words, you are not looking for a bigger buzzard. Soaring golden eagles hold their wings flat or with a slight upward angle. Adults are all dark underneath, with a slight paler ridge running across the centre of the upper wing. And even from some distance, the paler golden nape feathers can often be seen on the noticeably much longer and prominent head and neck. All birds have a slight S shape on their wings, with bulges at the rear. Soaring birds also show 6 prominent fingers. Young birds and subadults have characteristic patches of white at the tail base and at the base of the primaries, and these are visible from above and below. As the bird ages, these get less until attaining the solid dark adult coloration. White-tailed eagle have been successfully reintroduced, and a small number breed in western Scotland and Ireland, often at well-publicised sites. Even more than golden eagle, however, young white-tailed eagles wander widely and can be potentially encountered anywhere, with wintering birds from the continent becoming increasingly regular in the lowlands of eastern England. We tend to think of white-tailed eagles as birds of remote sea cliffs, but in reality they are predators of wetlands and are perfectly at home in the lowlands when not persecuted. Where golden eagle is massive but long-winged and elegant, white-tailed eagle is simply huge. The term flying barn door is often used, and it is pretty accurate. White-tailed eagles are slightly larger than golden eagles, with a wingspan of over 7 foot. But they have completely different proportions. A combination of short tail and prominent head and neck with a huge bill gives a very front-heavy appearance. The wings are very broad and straight-edged, making the whole bird seem more angular. The wings are also very heavily fingered at the ends, with 6 or even 7 fingers obvious. In flight, the wings tend to be held flat or even drooping slightly. Adult birds should be pretty distinctive, with a pure white, wedge-shaped tail which can look invisible against a pale sky, a brown body and wings, and lightening towards the head. Older birds can get very white heads and necks, even leading unwary watchers into believing they are looking at a bald eagle. The massive pale yellow bill is usually obvious as well, except on the most distant individuals. Younger birds are decidedly more untidy and, although brown all over, have a range of paler and darker markings, including paler armpits. The tail is marginally longer and the wings more rounded behind, but this is subtle, and the overall front heaviness is not lost from the silhouette. Seeing either eagle is always an awe-inspiring moment, wherever they may be, and you may wonder how you ever thought a buzzard could possibly be an eagle. But it isn't always clear-cut, and the features here should help when all you can see is a speck in the sky.